What's up, guys? It's Missy. I'm back with another SimCity build a video, and today we are going to talk about how to do epics back to back. If you guys are familiar with my channel, then you know that I have given you guys a building guide. A lot of you have restarted and you've followed this guide. Now, at some point, you guys are going to progress from level 18 to level 24. When you hit level 24, you're going to unlock the epic challenges, okay? When you do this, you will likely be doing epics every single day, okay? Now, the timer, to my knowledge, has always been 24 hours between epics. Now, what I mean by that is, if I start an epic on my capital map and I finish it, then I have to wait a total of 24 hours before I can start another epic on my capital map. If I want to start an epic on my regional map, I can do it right away after that epic is finished. Now, somebody had mentioned in the comments that they had lowered the epic cooldown time to 12 hours. That I did. I don't know, because I haven't done one in a while as far as back to back, because as you can see, I only have one regular residential fully upgraded. So when I complete this one, it's not going to show me a timer because I don't have another one for it to do. So to my knowledge, it's still 24 hours. But regardless, to be honest, it really doesn't matter. The point is you're going to be doing the epics back to back. Now, if you are level 24 and you've been following my building guide, okay, this means that you have max storage, max land, you've done excellent, you've watched all my epic prep videos, you're well stocked on items. Now, what is the minimum amount of money that I recommend that you have before you start an epic? This is going to change based off of your level and based off of if you want to do epics back to back. If you're only doing one epic project and you have a decent amount of storage and you are level 24, then you really don't need all that much money. 120K to 200K would suffice. Now, this number is going to change though. If you are a high level player, you don't have max storage, and you are not well prepped, you are going to need a lot more. If you have a lot of regionals unlocked, you're going to need a lot more gold. Now, what I recommend, if you have followed my building guide, I recommend that you start doing your epics once you have 2 million coins. Now, a lot of you are thinking, oh my God, this lady's crazy. I've never had that many coins. Well, then you're going to have to try to figure out how to get that many coins, and it's super easy, okay? You're going to go and you're going to watch my coin making videos, and then you're going to stop all your spending. This is the biggest problem that people have. They spend too much. The only thing that you should be spending money on is rares, okay? Now, if you followed my building guide, this means that you don't need them, right? Because you're maxed out on storage, you're maxed out on dozer. The only thing you'd really be buying is VU. Now, if you see storage on global, I recommend you swoop it up, you buy it, and you sell it to your club members, especially your high-level club members that might need them. But for the most part, you're not going to be going in the negative from rares. Now, I have a video, and I go through each item that you would have unlocked at your level, and I tell you which ones that you need 20 of, which ones you need 15 of. It's a great epic prep video. The amount of gold that you're going to need to do an epic is going to change based off of your inventory. So the number one mistake that people make, and everybody does it, okay? They do their epic. They finish their epic. They know they're going to do an epic tomorrow, okay? And then what do? The first thing they do is they go over here, they click this thing, and they sell all their shit to earn money. Why? That doesn't sound logical to me. I don't get that. I'm trying to wrap my head around why you're selling off a bunch of inventory that is hard to find that you're going to have to replace. I don't get that, okay? I know you need money, but you're selling off all your items, okay? So what you should do is click the top left corner. This is your inventory. And you should go back through that list that you've made, that I made in the video, and go, okay, I need to replace this many grass, this many donuts, da 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 da. The reason that I tell you to have 2 million coins is so that you are not in a situation where you are selling items. Like, I've actually watched people, no joke, bulldoze their factories to pay for their epics. If you follow my advice, there's no reason to have to do something so ridiculous, okay? You should be well prepped. You should have no problem. You should be able to do back-to-back epics without any worry. And if you have 2 million coins, what'll happen is, yes, your coins will go down, but because you have 2 million, you're not going to fall down below to where you are basically going, well, I can't finish this epic because I'm so broke. If you get to a point after a few days of doing your epics where you have to stop for one day to make some coin, then so be it. But with 2 million coins, you're at a level 24 with a full storage. There is no reason why you should have to sell off all your shit, okay? Now, if you're a high level player, this is going to be totally different because if you're a high level player, odds are you didn't follow my advice because my channel wasn't out that long ago, which means that most of you high level players don't have max storage. Most of you high level players have regionals unlocked. This is going to make your gameplay so much harder, okay? And I mean so much harder. So you need to evaluate how it is you're doing your epics, and you need to go back and watch all my epic videos. But I recommend that if you are above level 42, which is where you unlock all the items in the game, besides regionals, that you start with a no minimum of 6 million. Now, the reason that I say this isn't because an epic project is going to cost you 6 million. It's so that you can do them back to back. It's so tomorrow, when you're not making enough money, that you can do your epic again tomorrow and the next day and the next day. Now, another common thing that people do during epics, and this happens every single time like clockwork. I've been around this game 5 years. Okay, I've seen it all. If you think that you're going to come along and give me an idea I haven't thought of, you're wrong. If you think you're going to tell me something I don't already know, I'm sorry, you're wrong, okay? Now, it might be something that, there's not saying that there's not something in the game that wouldn't surprise me, but I can't remember every little level unlock. I know that. That I know. I can't remember when you unlock cheese and, you know what I mean? That's just ridiculous. I don't have a memory like that. But when it comes to the damn basics of the game, I'm pretty well, in tune with what goes on. Anytime we get an update, I check out everything. I see what's changed, every little thing. And no joke, you guys, I was clicking my screen the other day. I've been playing this game 5 years, and I have never seen this thing pop up. No joke. Now you click this, and you click this. This is pretty normal shit, right? I have never accidentally clicked this little billboard. Never seen this before. Some of you may have, and a lot of you are probably going, what the fuck? Yeah. Never seen it. Never would have clicked it. Why would I? It was an accident. Okay. So, but for the most part, you can't tell me anything about the game I don't already know. So, that being said, the very number one thing that everybody does is, first, you got to put all your pointers in. Your ones and your twos. Put them in storage before you start your epic. You need to decide which category you want. Okay, you guys should have watched all my epic videos prior to this one. This should be the last video of my epic videos that you watch. Okay? I'm going to assume that you've watched all those videos and that you know all of this stuff before I discuss this. Now, the very first thing that people do when they do an epic is they get well stocked on their items, right? And every single time, because if you're high level, it's a lot harder for you to get a variety, an even amount of everything. You always are missing something. And that game is going to find that one damn thing you don't have, and it's going to ask you for it. Now, everybody's been in this situation where they started their epic and they didn't have something. And they're like, you know what? That last epic, it asked me for 97 bread rolls, and I didn't have one. So you know what they do? They go, I'll be goddamned if that's going to happen again. And they stock up on bread rolls to like overboard. I'm talking they get like 40 of them suckers because they don't want another epic where, it asks them for bread rolls and they don't have them. So they do their next epic and it doesn't ask for a single bread roll. and it asks for blue textiles, for example. And they're like, God damn it, I'll be damned if I do another epic where I don't have blue textiles. So then they stock up on blue textiles. And then the process continues and repeats itself. And next thing you know, what are they doing? They're trying to stock up on everything. Okay, I'm here to tell you to stock up on everything ahead of time, so you don't have to go through that, all right? The game deliberately asks you for things that you don't have, things that are hard to get, things that your club members don't have. Now, I know it doesn't know what your club members have, but it seems to be pretty fucked up that nobody has what you need when you need it, okay? This is the other reason why I recommend having a multiple amount of pointers, 3-pointers, okay? Because the game knows what you don't have. If you have 10 buildings worth 3 points each, and out of those 10 buildings, 5 of them are asking for something that you don't have, you at least have 5 more that you can fall back on. I have seen people start epics with 1 building. 1. It was a 12-pointer, but they started it. No, dude, you're going to get stuck. You're going to get in a situation where you can't donate to that 1 building. Oh man, you guys are getting my blood boil sometimes. Okay, so the minimum amount of 3-pointers that you should be starting with is 10. That's the rule of thumb, okay? Not 7, not 8, not 9, 10. That's the rule of thumb. That's the rule I came up with, 10. That's where it gets super easy, okay? Anything beyond 10 is a benefit. As you can see along the back side of my mountainside here, these are all 3-pointers, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 3-pointers is what I have out. Now, if I wanted to, I could put the larger 3-pointers in storage and lay out a few more of these smaller ones, okay? But the point of the matter is, I could get it done pretty easily with that. If I allowed 1s and 2s to be laid out, then those bubbles are going to pop up and they're going to take up space that could be being popped up as a 3-pointer. You can only have so many bubbles active at one time, and you can't put them in storage until after you've donated to them. So make sure that you go through and you store everything prior to starting your epic. Now, if you want to do your epics back to back, this is what you're going to do. You're going to stop all spending. You're going to stop playing Contest of Mayors. You're going to stop playing War. All game activity is paused. The only thing that you are focusing on is epics and making money for epics, okay? Every one of your regular residential homes, you're going to convert to an epic. Now, if you see that the pass has just started and you see something you like in the pass and you want to do the Mayor's Pass, then I recommend that you either pick one, pick that you're going to take time off epics, or what you can do is you can say, okay, I'm going to do this many epics a week rather than back to back. Now, for me, I just like to get them done. So I just do them back to back. Now, that's absolutely possible where you could say, you know what, I'm going to do 1 epic a week, or I'm going to do 3 epics a week. And you pick which day you're going to do it on. And that way you can juggle the Contest of Mayors and the epic. But what people find is that when they do the Contest of Mayors, it cuts into their normal production, your normal money making. Now, for you low-level players, that's not too big of a deal, but for you high-level players, it's a very big deal. You high-level players have it a lot harder than these low-level players, okay? You know it, I know it, and they know it. Now, a lot of you low-level players used to be high-level players, so you know what I'm talking about. I get into a low-level, I start a feeder, I'm like, Jesus Christ, these people have it made. You guys actually see the top of the leaderboard, okay? I'm telling you, the reason that they invented the Mayor's Pass was because the way that it used to be was you would go to the leaderboard here, right here. They would have a total of 6 Contest of Mayors buildings. And every time you went up in a league, you would get that building. You automatically got the first one if you enrolled in that season, okay? If you enrolled, you had to pay your tickets. You had to say, okay, to enroll in this round of comm, they want 10 gold tickets to enroll, okay? So you start your season and you work your way up the ladder. Well, everybody wants that last building, and you can only have 10 people get promoted into Mega. So everybody would fight like hell to get to that top leaderboard. And you only had so many rounds before the contest ended. So a lot of people would miss that last building. So what ends up happening is at the start of the new pass, if you want to join the new season and you know, go through the buildings, you had to be bumped all the way back down to neighborhood, right? Because you had to earn your way up the leaderboard again. The only rewards that you used to get was the group chest and this, whatever you earned in the league, whatever you're in. Now, when people would do contests of mayors at a high level, they wanted to win. So they would start paying for their flights to come back. And they start putting out the cash to open canisters to make those assignments go a lot quicker. And it forces other people to have to pay cash. So then they had to go to their pocketbook and they had to open this up here and start paying. And people did it. You know what I'm saying? They were paying more than they were getting. I promise you that. If you were a high-level player, you were putting in more than you were getting from Contest of Mayors. Only one person can win the prize. And what good does it do if you're paying more than you're winning? Literally more. Okay? So when they started this new Mayor's Pass, they still got the cha-ching, $4.99, right? And now people can work at their own pace and they can actually earn a pretty decent amount of rewards. I do not play COM competitively, and that is why, because it's a ripoff, an absolute ripoff, okay? I only played COM competitively long enough to earn the buildings. And to be quite honest with you, the buildings that they have in these new passes are horrendous. I feel bad for you new players because look at all these cool buildings. You know, we got some, that's a COM building, that one, this one where he fights the thing. You know, we have a lot of pretty decent buildings and they were pretty large, yeah, but we have a lot of maps and stuff and this one, that one, you know what I mean? They're all Contest of Mayors buildings. Now you go and look at the new ones and they're tiny. You can barely even see what the hell they are. They're retarded. Like, dude, it's a ripoff, man. I mean, I buy it because $4.99 for all this stuff is actually a pretty good deal, to be honest with you. But it's not a good deal if you have to pay more than you're getting out of it. So I cancel assignments. I don't play COM competitively. All I care about is just finishing the pass and getting these rewards because I'm a high-level player. So I don't get rares at the same rate that low-level players do. But I wouldn't play the Contest of Mayors if it was the way that it used to be. I would just play for the buildings and then I would stop. Okay? And a lot of people got to that point, and that's why they changed it. Now, this pass, you get these pink points from either cash purchases, house upgrades, I believe. I believe you get some for house upgrades. Yes, see, you get 20 for house upgrades. Or, well, for Omega, I don't know about the other ones. Yeah, okay, so 20 for residentials. Okay, so house upgrades and assignments. When you do your assignments, you will see you get pink plum bob points from your assignments. If you want to do your epics back to back, make sure that you guys are well stocked on items, well stocked up on money, and that you have your goals set in order. You are going to want to make a list of the items that are more rare. And by more rare, I don't mean cameras and shit. I mean like cupboards, if you have cupboards unlocked. Now, I made it easy for you guys. I went through the general levels where you guys would be camping on my building guide, and I went through and I made a epic guide for you. I strongly recommend that you guys go and check that video out. And good luck to you. Let me know how it goes. I recommend that you do not go for silver. 90% of the time you go for gold. You're going to want a mixture of kind of all of them, but the 90% of your epic should be gold, in my opinion. Okay, so I'm just here to offer my advice. Everybody kind of, you know what, you come to me, you listen to what I have to say in my videos, and then you do what you want, right? Okay, I'm just here to offer up advice. You don't have to take it, whatever, do what you want. But if I had known now if I knew then what I know now, I would have saved myself a very long, tedious gameplay, okay? I went broke. It was crazy. For those of you who haven't seen my city, since I went on a crazy bulldozing escapade, I was going to make a video, but actually I am. I'll just show you guys real quick, though. So eventually I'm going to refill this back in with the mountain epics, okay? So I'm going to be doing epics here soon. But my issue is that everybody in my club is a low-level player. So if I need help, I'm fucked. And I got, like, what, 4 regionals unlocked? Yeah, it's going to be a rough one. Okay, so over here, I extended the water. I put a river here. If you don't remember, all this was tall, ugly buildings. I took all that out. I have yet to decide if I'm going to kind of curve this river off and just cut out this whole area here and, you know what I mean, make the water go this way and curve around, or if I'm just going to replace this with some buildings and some houses. Now, my favorite part of the game is the building aspect, right? The designing and whatnot. Now, for some of you, designing is very hard. So I actually want to get that video uploaded because I don't want to get into it in this particular video. So if you guys are interested in some of my design tips, or you need some help or whatever, you can either reach out to me on Facebook, and I'm more than happy to help you guys design your city. I have a lot of just crazy ideas that I can try to make come to life on your screen. As you can tell, I take pride in my city. I know my city isn't for everybody, but I like it. So a lot of people have a hard time loading my city. But, you know, so if you have a crappy phone, you might want to take that into consideration when designing your city. That being said, I'm going to end this video. I hope that the advice that I've given helps. If you guys have any questions, please reach out to me. Hit that like and subscribe button. And I'm going to upload this one and then get that design one uploaded. And then I forgot my my notes on my tips and tricks video. So I'm probably going to get that one uploaded a little later today.